Hello and welcome to SLPA 202, Clinical Observation 2. By now I think everybody knows me. I'm Jennifer Schultz. I'm your instructor for this course. In this course you will be completing a total or a minimum of 17 hours of direct observation of speech-language therapy services that are being provided. Most of that is going to be observation of therapy, although you might see a bit of screening or assessment during that observation time also. We'll also be discussing what you're seeing in observations. It's a lot of fun to learn from each other and hear about how everybody else is doing with observations so that you're not feeling like an island. And then we have some assignments and some readings in our clinical observation textbook. Hopefully everybody saved this textbook from your observation 1 course. It has not changed, so we get to reuse it. One other learning tool that you need to be aware of is Master Clinician Network. So, sorry about that. I should have pulled that up. I guess there's a couple of tools we really need to think about in this course. One is Master Clinician. If you took Observation 1 last spring, you should already have a Master Clinician account. It should be valid through this semester, and so you will not need to do anything else. If you took Observation 1 previously, that 1-year account has expired, so you will need to purchase access to Master Clinician again. We will be using videos from Master Clinician for some of your homework that you're going to be doing from your clinical observation book, and you can also use Master Clinician to get in observations of some things that might not be readily available, like maybe voice or fluency observations. So it is a very important tool. One other thing that's extremely important about this is that if you sign up before September 1st, so if you need a new subscription and you get that before September 1st, it will be $25 for the year. If you wait until September 1st or later, it's going to be $35. So get that subscription right away. While I'm out and about on other websites, we're going to go to Trajexis. You should all have a Trajexis account and be able to log in with that. We do provide that through MTI, so make sure that you can log back into your Trajexis account. If for some reason that's giving you trouble, contact me right away, but you'll be logging all of your observations in Trajexis. So we are back now in my MTI. You guys have seen the course overview page before and you know how courses are set up. Maybe just some highlights, get to that syllabus page right away. Make sure that you read it. You really do need to print out the syllabus for this course. And then just so you know, some specific information about requirements for your observations are listed beginning on page 4 there. So you will need to keep track of all of that. Okay. As you're getting prepared for observations, in your news and announcements page, you're going to see a form that you need to fill out to request permission to observe. It's not there now, but it'll be showing up in news and announcements. You absolutely have to fill out that form for every place where you want to observe. And I know for some of you who are very familiar with the schools where you're going to be doing a lot of your observing, it seems like a bit much, but we need to be consistent across facilities and across students. And I have had cases in the past where a student has contacted an SLP directly and there hasn't been communication with administration about getting permission for that student to observe there. And we've ended up with administrators that are upset with the student, upset with our program because somebody came in and was doing something in their school and they were not aware of it. So that piece about filling out that form to request permission to observe is extremely important. As soon as I get your request, I will make a phone call to the administrator at that school, and as soon as I get permission back from them for you to observe, I will let you know. So we want to make that process as quick as possible because I know you guys all want to get started with observations right away. So make sure that you're making that request and getting permission before you go out to observe. So we've talked about the syllabus. We've looked at the overview page. On your resources page, especially in week 1, you've got a lot of things that you can print out. You've got your observation, frequently asked questions, a report form, confidentiality agreement that you're going to have to sign and send back to me, instructions for signing up for Master Clinician Network. Actually, that's going to go away because we aren't handling that the same way we did before, so we can X that one off. Your observation log that you will need to record all of your observations on. The SLPA 202 assignment tracking sheet, I would strongly encourage you to print out and to hang up somewhere. It will look like this, and it really tells you what's going to be due in every 2-week period throughout the course. So you'll see that you have some written reports initially in the first few weeks of observation, or first half of the semester, I guess, and then an oral report in place of a written report. So we're going to kind of role play what you would tell an SLP about a session that you did, although these are sessions that you have observed. You'll be doing about 2.5 hours of observation every 2 weeks to kind of keep you on track for getting at least 17 hours by the end of week 15. And then in the second half of the semester, you will be writing treatment plans, and we'll be focusing on different types of treatment plans as we go through those. Please note that this tracking sheet is provided to you as a courtesy. I'm trying to help you out there, but I will always be honoring due dates and assignment requirements that are in the coursework page. So if there's something different from assignment tracker versus coursework page, we're going to go with what's on the coursework page. Another cumulative observation summary record, or another form that I want to show to you. And this is something that new that we're trying because it can get confusing, and there's no way around it. I tried to talk to Trajexis about this summer, but you enter in observations in hours and minutes, and then when it totals up your observations, it totals them just in minutes. So it can get confusing as you make those transitions from hours and minutes versus minutes. So what I put together was some instructions for how to track your cumulative hours. So on each line here for each page of your observation record, you're going to note which dates you had there, how many minutes you had on that observation log, and then for those same dates, total those same minutes in Trajexis and make sure that they match on each page. And then if you do that and you add those up each week, then by the end of our course, you should have matching numbers in Trajexis and on your observation log. So we're going to try that out and see once if that helps us keep track of things this semester. I do try to post news and announcements every other week because we work in 2-week units. So this video is here. That form that I talked about is going to be on news and announcements. Anything else important will go there. On your coursework page, that's where you're going to submit your observation logs, your observation reports, data collection sheets that you keep, and anything like that. Assignments are due on on Tuesdays in this course. So make sure that you're getting those in on Tuesdays. And you've got your roster here, so you guys can contact each other if you have questions about anything. I believe everybody should have a picture showing up there. And we have lots of you in here, which is exciting because that means we have lots of people graduating and going out as new SLPAs at the end of next semester. So just a few short months away. It'll be here before you know it. I've already taken a little bit longer than I wanted to for an intro video. Hopefully most of this stuff I'll be repeating in week 1. If you have any questions or anything, give me a call. I love hearing about the fun things that you guys observe when you're out doing your observations and seeing the excitement that you guys end up showing me when you get ready for getting into your own fieldwork experience. So we'll get started as soon as we can, getting those permissions and getting you out to observe.